Hello everyone, my name is Genesis013, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V. In the last episode, we pretty much finished the fire-tired ship. We pretty much went through a puzzle room. In this episode, we're going to enter we are going to confront Queen of Karnak, yes, as well as the boss. Yeah, bosses! I've done all this because I did a previous recording, but I realized that I paused the recording halfway in, so most of what I did afterwards was lost, so I'll just let this be seen. So, Infidel, she's under control. Fire is sprouting from the engine, and it's going to attack us. We know the drill. It's time! Come at us now, Fire Rogue. Here is Liquid Flame. He is a shape-shifting boss. He is able to change his shape, use fire magic, heal himself, and generally do a bunch of other crazy stuff. My best solution: use fire magic, and actually use ice magic. And if you are able to, use Shiva. Shiva does a lot of good stuff. She's actually very useful. For now, I'm actually going to have Lena just go on healing duty, so she can just keep everyone alive. Because pretty much he does a lot of damage for just. You'd be surprised how much fire does hurt with this guy. And generally he does pretty much shift almost. He pretty much will change form between the tornado, his hands, and Gargantuan Burning Man, as I like to call him. Pretty much he will shift between these forms almost every attack he does. There is one way you'll know when he's close to dying is when he'll actually try to physically start healing himself, basically. Once that starts happening, you're pretty close to killing him. Again, and if you have a summoner in your party, or someone who is capable of summoning right now, having Shiva doesn't hurt. Using Shiva is okay, actually. If you're able to use her, abuse her. Okay, so he's healing himself now, so I can already tell he's close to dying right now. So if Miss Ferris or Galoof or whoever can hit him hard enough, they can just kill him. He should be dead. So yeah. Once he's done, and generally you'll get a fire type, you'll pretty much get a fire-like item, like a flame bow. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone who can use a bow yet. Perhaps there'll be more jobs for us later on. Who knows? I'm not telling for sure. Don't be spoiling. Spoiling's bad. Don't spoil. Generally, since I actually have done this in a previous recording, I'm not actually going to do the voiceover. I'm not going to voice over anything here, because pretty much there's an evil. Pretty much she's gone over the realization that machines that they've been using to amplify the crystal's powers isn't the only thing pretty much destroying them, but there's actually an evil spirit trying to resurrect himself by actually stealing the power of the crystals, causing them to shatter. Now, with that said, are we going to be able to stop the fire crystal from breaking? I'll give you a hint. It doesn't go well. If anything has ever gone to the history of us trying to save anything, no, we don't. It's not going to work at all. Oh yeah, and here's our werewolf. He's pretty much going to be like, it's intact, thank God. He's a good guy, surprisingly. He knows Galoof, actually. Galoof doesn't know him because convenient amnesia is convenient. Well, Bars doesn't trust him, but then again, everyone's still like, he came from the meteor, so he must be evil. And then again, they think we were evil. Which I think we are secretly. We were in charge of the crystals, and so far we've let 2 of them just get destroyed, even though it could be the evil spirit that's trying to resurrect itself. Who that is, I will not tell. You will just have to find out later on in this journey, which, by the way, we will. I guarantee that. And so, of course, this fool pulls the switch, of course, which was actually under control by this evil spirit. Surprise. He has a good evil laugh, too. Too bad you can't hear it. I'm too annoyed because what we're about to do, I literally did afterwards. And the fact that I have to do it again, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about having to do the same annoying part over and over again. because this is because we're about to go into the worst part of the game ever. Part that I myself do not like. Werewolf's gonna sacrifice himself to tell that, and tells us to save the Earth Crystal. Will we save that? I don't think so, because we are the worst people of all. I know I sound in a very bad mood, but you know, having to re-record an entire episode when doing it kind of successfully, and then finding out you weren't recording half of it. It's really on your nerves. It's not fun, let me tell you. Crystal shatters, fire breaks out, and the poor werewolf dies. It's quite tragically sad. Oh well. Goodbye. Ordinarily, I would actually give respect, but I'm too annoyed, honestly. I could really care less. I know that sounds very callous and cold-hearted of me, being a bastard and whatnot, but yeah, no, I have nothing. I'm too annoyed that I have to do this crap again. Not to insult everyone that I'm hating this game. I like it. It's just not this part. Not this part of the game. Oh no. It's the one part I despise. In fact, I'm so cool. It's probably on par of how I felt with the Fanatics Tower in Final Fantasy VI. It's on par with that. In which I began to question the game design of the choices of the game design. And yes, we do have 10 minutes actually. Yeah. Going to use. Yeah. Pretty much, I just wasted 5 seconds just saving. That's how cruel this game. That's how cruel that is. You don't get a chance. You don't get that chance. Screw it. I want the ribbon. I don't need these things. Thankfully, a very simple solution with information when you're dealing with these kind of enemies of Karnaks and Sergeants. If you get the Sergeant alone after the Karnaks die, he will just piss us off. Of course, there are much worse enemies waiting. Much worse. One that actually is, I feel like the designers just put him in there just for the sheer fact that he can just waste time. Like no joke. That's all he was meant. That's all. I really do feel like that's all he was programmed for. Is like, I'm going to waste as much time as possible. Why? Because I'm evil. I know they're not skilled for it, but God, I hate this part so much. I'm just going to get this. I'm pretty much going to get the items I did before, minus one that was in the jail cell, which was an elixir. Or no, you'd be like, oh no, why did you not get the elixir? I don't care at this point that I didn't get the elixir. There's pretty much that was ribbon, which is useful. I'm more annoyed at the fact that I have to do this crap over, and I'm doing. It's my luck that I would have a recording flop on this particular part. A part that actually makes me utterly loathe. I have such bad. I know this is probably me complaining. I know I'm utterly mad, but having to record something again that when I first played this game, I had to go through so many different times going over. For the sheer fact that I tried getting every goodie and I got the worst possible layouts, and seriously, game, quit throwing the same amount of mooks on me. Quit throwing enemies at me. I don't care about that right as of now, so go away. And the sheer fact, the fact that there's very little interesting haste. Eat this, he runs off, pisses off, wastes more time. Need to use my elixirs now because I have no things to use. I really care less the fact that I'm wasting them because I can just go to the ship graveyard and grind there literally for more. If it's so bugging me so much. I'm not going to do so. But first things first, I'm going over here because I want my... Getting in this chest, you can get Esna. I want that spell because even though you can get that spell much later on, I'd rather get it now because it's way too it's way too convenient. Confused, you are a terrible game. Thank you. You are a terrible person. Think about what you did wrong. Learned us enough. Yay. Admittedly, it's much less of a problem when you're not having to deal with when you're not going after all the chests. If there is a way to do it and deal with what's at the very end and not screw up and actually deal with the actual real thing, I would like to really know. Like, seriously, guys, if you're able to send a video response, I'd like to know it, dear God. Oh, I'm doomed because this Gigas here is going to waste all the time in the world, and he could really give any less of a shit. You know why? Because he's a terrible person. As all these Gigas, this is all the reason the Gigas is here. He just wastes as much time as possible. He eats your time away like it's nothing. You know the whole "there will be blood" reference of which I say you have a milkshake and I have a milkshake and he's going to drink your milkshake? This is that guy! He's going to drink all my milkshake being the time that I don't have. Quit. I know it sounds like I'm a very bitter person right now, but it's just, you try doing, if you've had as much bad luck as I have with this particular section, and then try to record it, and then realize you weren't recording that entire part until after the fact, and do the same basically, I do not go well with this part. I utterly loathe it. I mean, that said, what we're about to get, what we get in the end of all of this stupidity is very worthwhile. It's just, going through it is not, the build-up for it is not worth it. I feel it's not worth it. I don't like the stupidity I have to deal with just for a nice payoff. I'm used to I don't mind payoffs. I actually like them, believe it or not, because I'm kind of like a person who believes that payoffs are worth it, and another Gigas is in my way, and I can't stand it, so he has to die! Before he just consumes more of my time, just because he feels like wanting to be important. Screw you, Gigas! I just want to be done because all the annoyances of the world, and he is here among them. Die, please. Alright, please kill him. Thank you. Doing this, we get the Elven Mantle. Now, at 5 minutes and 40... I think I actually made it... I think in my own rage and ranting about this part, just the fact that I've pretty much been bitching and complaining, I'm actually made it faster than I did before. But then again, I didn't get... Game? You and I are going to have some words, game. We do not do this to others. This is not how we do it. I'm gonna have to take a break when this recording is done. Not a long break, but just a short one at least, so I can get my mind off the numbness. Pretty much, surprise! This may not look like it, but this is a boss. It's a boss in disguise. Because I'm a friggin' masochist and I hate the world and myself, I'm going to pretty much do the equivalency of punching this bastard in the face and getting him to spawn up. Why? Because I haven't had enough suffering apparently. I haven't learned my lesson yet. Pretty much, if you want to, and trust me, this is a completely optional fight. If you don't want to do it, kill the sergeant. I'm pointing at him, although you can't see because this is my fingers. But pretty much, if you want to have an easier fight, just kill him first. Your life is much, much easier then. If he will just if he will stop his stupidity and just quickly change now. Okay, or he doesn't. Never mind. Oh, that's awkward. It's even more so the fact that when I did the failed recording, I actually got him to show up. Pretty much he is a boss known as you fight a boss known as Ironclaw. Yeah. I guess the most I can kind of do is maybe just in the description kind of just put the information of what I've been fighting. Because I'm not going to do that I'm not going to do that crap again just to show a recording of fighting him. It's not worth it, man. It really isn't. I'm sorry. But that said, we have some new jobs. Resting within the shard as a royal spirit. Beastmaster. Resting within the shard, a warrior spirit. Geomancer. Resting within the shard, a warrior spirit. Ninja! Unfortunately, you saw two of those crystals bounce off. I believe one of them we can actually get to very quickly and soon. But that said, we have some new jobs. Jobs I'm actually going to be taking advantage of and switching right now. So, for now, for a good long while, this is probably going to be what I'm going to be doing. Ferris here is going to be our wonderful, wonderful ninja. God. And I'm actually going to be giving her the Elven Mantle because it's so much better. It's much better. There's reasons I did all this. Bart's, ironically, is going to be my Beastmaster. This is sort of what I did before. This is sort of what I did in the past. And trust me, it does work. Galoof, thankfully, since I no longer have to keep him in the Berserker, no, it's just I pretty much just kept him there just for stalling until this time came. I'm actually going to I'm going to bring him back as my blue mage, basically, because now, thankfully, I can now start learning blue magic. If you're wanting to do blue magic, this is the perfect time to now when you have a Beastmaster on your side. And as for Lena, she's actually going to be. I'm going to actually put her back as my summoner, actually, and give her white magic. So in essence, I've just created a Yuna from Final Fantasy X. I made it funny. Either way, so Karnak has been Castle Karnak has exploded. As far as the castle just exploded. No, he jumped out of my skin. Idiots have still not realized that the castle is blown up because of these crystal. Or are they? I wonder. Collapsing the firepowered ship. They brought her to the second floor of the inn to rest. We can actually visit, and we're going to visit her because I'd like to know what she's up to. Mostly so I can just punch her. Not that I condone violence. I'm just kind of angsty, and I've never actually talked to her. Darkness, don't come any closer. Yeah, her mind's pretty much broken at this point. Has been severe since we found her. We were able to get out of the castle, but she's on the other side. Did you just run away? The rescue power kill, but she sustained injuries. Yep, she is now stuck in. Oh my god, am I just trapped by these? Thank you. So, yeah. That's pretty much all we can do. I guess I should explain now when I can get into a fight what the amazingness of all these new jobs we got. We have received. New job. I could explain them on the shit, but alright, here we go. So ninjas, pretty much. I can now freely throw things. So like this knife, no longer need it. I can just throw them now. And pretty much they're also useful for the sole fact of dual wielding. Beastmasters now can actually catch enemies and actually can use them for later. Unfortunately, the downside is you actually have to kind of weaken them. Summoners can pretty much just summon things. I guess I should have explained that. And the Blue Mage, since I never really explained him since even though I've had him since like the very beginning, you can pretty much learn certain abilities from enemies. So like I've learned a few because I went back to the Wind Shrine and learned them like near the beginning. You can just learn them. And another example is a ninja, just 2 strikes, and they're dead. It's really nice. Whips, and the best thing about whips, you can generally actually paralyze people with them, so it's very nice. Let's see. Oh, I'm way far away before doing that. Ferris, that's a terrible idea to try to get you to capture it. I know this is prolonging the fight and also prolonging the video by me physically doing this, but I want to actually catch him because I want to show you what you can do by doing this, basically. Because when you can actually catch an enemy, you can pretty much use them later on in fights as an actual item, and it's kind of a unique and cool thing that I personally like. I like that. I like that. Gosh, and it's still too strong. Sadness. I'm going to catch. Go too strong. Okay, Galoof's gonna hit him. Let's do him. Where's your health now, Mr. Zoo? 150. Oh, you're dead. Well, that should mean you can be cut now. Catch! It says no, he's too strong. Jesus Christ. I forgot you have to... It's been so long since I've actually tried to catch things that I forgot that you almost have to literally bring things to the brink of death. Yeah. So, this should work now. He's almost literally dead. So we've now caught ourselves a zoo, which we can use anytime we want now. Now, before that, but that said, I'm gonna save. So next time on Final Fantasy V, we will actually continue onwards on our adventure. Find our way to save the Earth Crystal. Will we be able to do so? Not likely. But anyway, I have been Genesis 013. Good day, everyone.